welcome to my channel, Bow and Arrow Tarot. Today we're going to get right into the weekly reading for February 22nd to the 29th for Cancer. Now, before I get into the reading, I got to give a shout out to my Cancer members, Dee Dee Love, Chrissy66, and Empathic Wonder. Thank you so much for joining my channel. All right, and this is what you get when you join. You get to get a shout out on your sun sign videos. All right, guys, so let's get right into it. We got the romance angel messages to pull out for you. We're going to pull out 3 of them. Then we're going to get into your animal spirits, and we're going to get right into your forecast for the week. All right, Cancer. All right, let's just see. February 22nd to the 29th for Cancer. Show me. Flirt. Love it. Lightheartedness, right? Energy. Extended. New love. Flirt and new love go together very nicely, Cancer. And we have, it is safe for you to love. Well, those are very complimentary messages, right? Let's go ahead and get right into your animal spirits now. We're going to pull out 3 animal spirits for your week. And this is going to be just to see what kind of spirits you have walking with you this week. Animal spirits can come in the form of individuals, characters, people, energies becoming available, stages in your life you're entering into. So in a lot of different ways the spirit of the animal can come to you and show you something. So let's just see, Cancer. What animal spirits or guides do you have walking with you this week? Straight out, we have the shark, water, associated with water. We have the cheetah. Well, my subscribers already know how I feel about the cheetah, strong. And the tarantula, wow. Also fire energy. Cheetah is fire, tarantula is fire. Very nice indeed. All right, so let's get right into it. The shark is a water elemental animal spirit, and the shark really talks to us about being careful about not giving a voice to our deeper feelings, right? Allowing our true feelings to lurk beneath the surface and to not really talk about them, acknowledge them, trying to ignore them. And just as we should not ignore the shark in the waters, right? I don't know if you've ever been snorkeling on the edge of a reef and it's like you look out into the ocean and it's like, wow, there's nothing there. You imagine a shark coming out of nowhere. It's terrifying, right? Why? Because it comes out of nowhere. In the same way we talk about here, what happens when you don't give a voice to your true feelings? When you try to pretend that you don't feel a certain way about a situation, you may be pretending that you're happy when you're not. Eventually, those feelings will come to the surface. They will come out. And unfortunately, when they do finally come out, it is usually very dangerous, very explosive, and oftentimes very destructive because they aren't coming out under your control. It is now in a situation of being out of control, right? And they will come out. There's nothing you can do. You can't just keep hiding and hiding and hiding how you really feel and expect it never to reach the surface. It will indeed at some point. Now, the cheetah animal spirit is a fire elemental animal spirit. And here we're talking about all of the power and determination and force of the sun. Literally solar energy. Emanating from the center of the cheetah, as you can see here. This is a very powerful animal spirit for accomplishing anything. The sense of purpose that the cheetah has is unmatched. And this is the type of individual, oftentimes when you see someone who is resonating with the spirit of the cheetah, they are awesome to watch in action. This is someone who manifests, who gets it done, who moves, who makes changes when they need to make changes. They're not blindly going ahead. They're absolutely aware of everything. They're very, very keen insight, but their sense of purpose is so unmatched and so sort of dramatic and explosive. These are people who really they accomplish incredible things, right? This can be the person who's worked their way out of poverty single-handedly to become a millionaire, or someone who has set up a charity with in when everyone else said it was impossible, or someone who has invented something that they knew was going to work, and again, nobody else believed them, but they had such a sense of purpose and drive that they have indeed accomplished it. Very, very strong for accomplishing your goals in life. Now we have the tarantula, also a very auspicious animal spirit. Again, another fire. You can see by the alchemical symbols at the top of these cards what they are. And that right side up triangle is for fire. The tarantula is associated with the crossroads, right? When we come to a crossroads in life, waiting, not necessarily waiting, but taking our time to make that decision, right? If you've ever seen a tarantula in the wild, they are sort of one of these animals that are just very still. If you see a nature program or something like that, and they're looking tarantulas, you ever watch and they walk very, very carefully. It seems to be almost every single step that they take is very sort of methodical, very thought out and considered. This is the spirit that we want to be in when we are at a crossroads in our lives, because the next decision is going to impact the rest of our lives, right? So let's get right into your spread, Cancer. We are going to pull out three card spreads for you. Now, these outlooks are intended to be separate from each other. They are intended to describe a separate experience for a separate Cancer. So you may only resonate with one of these forecasts and not all of them at all, or you may even only resonate with a portion of one, and that's fine. Looking at Cancer from February 22nd to the 29th. If you want to get a deeper reading into your in situation, you can always check out your monthly readings. Again, they're only for one situation, but it is a deeper reading, generally a full Celtic spread. So go ahead and check that out if you want to. Straight out, we have the Nine of Swords, the Three of Swords, and the Magician. Well, Cancer, you have really come into this week, some of you, with a heartache, a pain, a regret, a lot of anxiety that you're experiencing right now, a lot of sleepless nights. Let me just move this up a little bit. Very, very sad. Nine of Swords is oftentimes a misery that we put on ourselves. You can see that the figure is alone there. And with all the 9 cards, there is an element of the Hermit involved. Major Arcana 9 is the Hermit. And here we are in the same vein. We have this here. This is you feeling very alone with your troubles, alone with your burdens, alone with your regret and your pain. You may be thinking about past events over and over, or you may be thinking about upcoming events and they may be causing you an immense amount of anxiety. This is what some of you Cancers may be resonating with as you come into this week and you are met with the Three of Swords. I feel almost as if this Nine of Swords is a feeling of guilt on your part for something that you really shouldn't be guilty for. Something is bothering you or vexing you and you're taking it all on your shoulders and you really don't need to. And the reason why I say this is because you come into this week and you're met with a Three of Swords. Now, the Three of Swords is a feeling of betrayal. Is a feeling of someone who has lied to you, who has broken the trust and the bond that was established by their actions or by their words. And it's a very painful experience. Of course, sometimes it is interpreted as third-party energy, but I always say this, cheating on you with somebody else is a very grossly simplified symptom of a deeper problem, which is the bond is broken, the trust is broken, someone has lied to you in some way. I think what's going to happen is you're going to find out something about a particular situation. You're going to realize that, no, you were not the one to blame. Somebody else was the one to blame. You come out of this week with Magician energy, meaning that you come right back on top. I think you bounce right back from this feeling here because of the revelation you have here, where you find out that a lot of what you've been going through, or perhaps the reason for a recent heartache, was not because of anything you did, but it was in fact because of someone else that you trusted who betrayed your trust. And I think that once you find that out, you like break right into magician mode, in the sense that you go right, you take yourself right out of this sort of, you know, uh, period of misery that you've put yourself through, right? And you come right out of it shining with that magician, and you get right back to work, being in control of your own life, getting on with the things that you have to get on with, and maybe meeting a particular event head on. Again, I say this is a feeling of anxiety, and once you find out the truth about a particular situation here, your anxiety is dispelled, and you're able to meet whatever this event or a thing that you had coming into your life. You're able to meet it as the magician would, with full confidence, with all of your abilities and your talents at your fingertips, knowing your abilities and talents, and fully sort of confident that you can move forward, fully confident that you can accomplish what you need to accomplish. I think the spirit of the cheetah comes back into you after you have this revelation this week. It's actually a very, very good thing indeed. It could very well be it is safe for you to love again, this message, because right here, you could have been worrying about a new love coming in because of a past event. And now that you realize that that past event went down a certain way through no fault of your own, because somebody else was being dishonest, I think one of the revelations that comes into you this week is that it is safe for you to love again, right? And it is safe for you to sort of acknowledge your feelings. Spirit of the shark is coming in. Very nice, Cancer. 10 of Cups, 4 of Cups, 6 of Wands. Okay, some of you are coming into this week with a 10 of Cups. You're very, very happy with a love connection that you've established and committed to. You're happy, right? The family's happy, you're happy, you and your spouse or your boyfriend or girlfriend or your partner, whatever the case may be, are happy. You've reached a level of contentment and completion, and you're ready to move forward with all of this, right? As you come into this week, you're met with a 4 of Cups. Somebody is reaching out to you, right? Somebody may be flirting with you, right? But you're saying no. You're saying no, and I think you're saying no because, like, you're happy here, right? This feels to me like somebody who is trying to woo you in some way. Feels to me also like an ex possibly coming back. Now that they see you're happy, they may be coming back and trying to get you again, and you say, I'm happy where I am. I have everything I need. You round off the week with a 6 of Wands, Cancer, and that's because you feel victorious. And this is why I feel like it could very well be an ex, because this 6 of Wands, I'm going to say, could be, number one, it's a public victory. 6 of Wands always indicates a public victory. So this is a victory that's not just sort of internal, but everyone else around you is acknowledging it. They're acknowledging your hard work and your achievement. But I think this victory is coming in because you said no to this individual. You may have a history with this person coming back. And I think that this time, because you've said no and you stood in your power, you've maintained your own stability, and you have not allowed them to come in and disrupt your stability, you feel a sense of victoriousness. You feel a sense of having overcome this perhaps maybe even codependent relationship that you had here. And I feel like it's a public victory because it could very well be your friends coming to you saying, Cancer, we're so proud of you that you finally kicked this bum to the curb, or you finally were able to say no, or you were strong enough to resist that bullshit empty cup that they're offering you that you knew was only ever going to bring problems. Well, good on you, and you should be very proud of yourself for that. 2 of Swords, Justice, and Death. Whew. Some of you, final spread, are coming into this week with this 2 of Swords energy. You're feeling like you're being given an impossible decision. Right? 2 of Swords is Moon and Libra energy. And yeah, oftentimes it can feel like a decision that's being forced on you. I'm not really surprised because you do have justice here, and justice can indicate actually official events, official documents that need to be signed. It can indicate an actual court decision. So it's interesting that you are coming into the week with this. You may already be sort of anticipating this event. It could be something that you've been waiting for quite some time. But you're coming into the week with this feeling of being forced to make a decision or being caught between a rock and a hard place. And I think that, of course, this has something to do with this event. Interestingly enough, though, Cancer, once this event comes into you this week, everything changes. You round your week off with that death card. Now, death does not mean a physical death in tarot for those of you who are unsure, but it does mean an utter transformation in all areas of your life. And it is also just as formidable as a real death. You know, when we talk about the changes that are coming with the death card in tarot, they are unavoidable. Can indicate a crossroads that you are coming to. But in any case, I think this decision that comes in this week changes everything. It even, I think to a certain degree, it even obliterates this situation here where you were thinking you would have to make a choice. Whatever the decision is that comes in here, of course it comes in to rebalance. It is justice. It's about balance. This is the card for Libra. By the way, death is the card for Scorpio, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't mean that you're dealing with a Libra or a Scorpio. That's nonsense. But justice does indicate the balancing of the scales, right? And so whatever event is coming in, meeting, event, happening, occurrence, whatever the case may be, it comes in to serve the purpose of rebalancing a situation. And of course, Two of Swords is all about finding balance. And so this is why I say, once this event comes into you this week, it completely sort of it brings balance to your life in such a way that you no longer have to even think about making this decision here, right? This impossible decision. It's almost like this is swept away by this event and everything changes. And it changes for the better. Certainly feels like a crossroads moment for you. Very, very strong. Very, very strong indeed. All right, Cancer, I'm going to leave it at that. This is your weekly outlook for February 22nd to the 29th. Shout out again to Dee Love, Chrissy66, and Empathic Wonder for joining my channel and for being Cancers. We love you. But for right now, guys, please like, subscribe, and share. If you want to get a private reading, please go ahead to that link at the top of your screen. If you want to get a shout out on your sun sign video, then you got to join my channel as a member, which is only 99 cents a month. It's a nominal fee. It's a way of showing me your appreciation and helping me out, and a way for me to give you these perks as well. But for right now, Cancer, I love you so much. Have a wonderful week, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye now.